What is going on, everyone? It's Matt, aka Roddy Locks here, back again with another video. And I am pleased to announce that our play of the day yesterday did end up cashing for us. We took the Spurs -3.5 at -118, and it was pretty much a no sweat bet from beginning to end, yet again, thank God. Uh, Pretty late in the day, we actually saw that Victor Wembanyama is not going to play this game. So I didn't end up putting 2 units on this as I usually do with my play of the days, but nonetheless, it cashed. I put a unit on it and we are all good. And I just wanted to check out this game really quick, just kind of do a quick recap here. So, like I said, no Wemby, kind of a bummer. Still ended up winning by 19 points, which was awesome to see. This Spurs team looks legit, as I've been saying. That's why I keep betting on this team. De'Aaron Fox goes out and drops 22 points. If we look at the team stats over here, San Antonio shot the ball better. They shot way better from three, uh, better free throw percentage. They out rebounded the shit out of the Clippers, which was pretty surprising to see, honestly, because they didn't have Victor Wembanyama, and he usually does get a majority of those rebounds. But awesome stuff to see. If I go over here to the box score, like I said, De'Aaron Fox had a great game, dropping 22 points, but Stephon Castle also dropped 20 points. So, yeah, that was just a little recap of the game yesterday. Like I said, our play of the day did hit, and we have actually been absolutely crushing the NBA in April so far. So, yesterday, if we go up here, oh, maybe down here. Yesterday, we ended up going 5-2. We profited 2.45 units, and we are actually 13-3 on straight bets, up 9.24 units in April. And we are also 7-0 on NBA in April. So basketball has been absolutely crushing for us. Our only three losses that we have are, I think, two NHL bets and then one college basketball bet, one NIT bet, which I keep betting on for some reason. I keep losing these bets, so I'll probably stop doing that here in the near future. I mean, I guess we only do have one more game, so thank God I don't have to bet on that anymore. Um, since March 20th, we are on a 55-25 run, and we're also up 30.85 units. So lately, we've been absolutely crushing this. If you guys do want to follow my picks, go ahead and follow me on X at Roddy Lock. And then also go ahead and subscribe to my winnable account here, and that's going to be at Roddy Locks. I put all of my plays out for 100% absolutely free, so there's really no reason not to subscribe. You'll see every single play that I make throughout the day. And that does bring us to our play of the day today. So if we look at the NBA schedule today, it's actually a pretty loaded slate. We have some great games here. I'm really excited to see a lot of these, but the one we are going to be betting on is this Magic versus the Mavericks. So, as you guys probably saw in here, we are taking the Magic at the Mavs over 236.5 total points, and we are doing that for a couple of reasons. So, like how I always like to start out these videos, we go over to Outlier Bet. This is where I find a lot of trends and stuff like that to help me make my play. So, the thing I want to look at here in particular is the fact that the over has hit in 6 of the Dallas Mavericks' last 9 games as the underdog. So, obviously, that's a good trend to see when we are betting the over here. And if we look at some of these game logs, right? We look at Orlando, and yes, they haven't been covering this over 238.5, which is what the line is right now. They have been scoring, well, their games have been very high scoring. So, like as you can see in against Cleveland, 267, against Indy, 254, 241 against Charlotte, 236 against Atlanta, 231 against Atlanta, 238 against Sacramento. And then what's also nice to see is the fact that 7 out of their last 10 games have gone over. So yes, they haven't hit this 238, but 7 out of the last 10 games have gone over. And as you guys probably saw in my winnable post here, we actually did take the over 236 and a half at minus 110. So that's why you guys do want to be subscribed to my winnable, is because I do put these plays out kind of early. So we're going to be able to kind of beat the market in that sense. So we have 2 points that we can kind of play around with here, which is always awesome. If we go over to the Dallas Mavericks game log, they have actually hit over 238 in 7 out of the last 10 games. And they have hit the over in 6 out of the last 10. This one, they only scored 240 points, unfortunately. But another thing I want to look at here is the line movement and the public betting. So in terms of line movement, like I said, we did get it at 236 and a half, but it did open up at 234.5. So it's gone up a full 4 points here. So obviously the public has been all over this bet. And what's funny to see here is the fact that 44% of the public is betting over 238.5, but 81% of the money, so almost a 40% difference there. 81% of the public money is on the over, which is always great to see. It's showing that the sharps are all on the over in this game. So obviously that does help back us up. Another thing I want to look at here is the fact that Franz Wagner is back for the Orlando Magic, which obviously does give them a huge boost on offense. He came back 2 days ago against the Hawks. And let's see, I'll scroll over here. Maybe. Okay. Well, it still shows us he scored 12 points against the Hawks with 20 minutes, which isn't great, but he did have this injury back on December 7th. And before that injury, I mean, he was going pretty nuts. You had 32, 25, 25, 21, 21, 15, 37, 20. So hopefully he's coming back to his original form here. Obviously, like I said, he is going to be a huge help for the Magic in terms of scoring points, and hopefully he scores a lot today to help us with our over. And then I also want to look at the fact that Cooper Flagg has been awesome this year. He's averaging almost 20 points in March. He had 19 points last game, 12, 24, 26, 32, 18, 17, 21, 27. So obviously, Cooper Flagg, great player. He should be scoring a lot of points tonight. And then I also wanted to look at the team defensive ratings for both the Mavs and the Magic here. So if you can see here, the Magic are ranked 14th in the league in defensive rating, and then the Mavericks are ranked 17th in defensive rating. So they're both, pretty middle of the pack, kind of mid defenses, again, which should help with our over today. And then another thing that's super important here, if we could load, is the fact that both of these teams play pretty fast. So you have the Mavs, which are a top 5 pace in the NBA, and then you have the Magic, which are 14th ranked pace in the NBA. Obviously, again, should help out a lot with going over that 236.5 points. And then I also want to look at one more thing on this screen, if it will let me, right here. So if we go to free throw attempts and we filter by that, we can see here that the Magic are actually number 1 in free throw attempts per game. The Mavericks are number 5 in free throw attempts per game. Obviously, free throws is going to help with the over as well, because you do get a stop of the clock and then a chance for either team to score some additional points while the clock is stopped. And the last thing that I want to look at today is the fact that the Mavs look pretty live in this game, to be completely honest with you guys. If we look at the odds movement and public bet percentage, the odds opened up for the Mavs at plus 264. They're all the way down to plus 228 right now. And something really promising to look at is the fact that the public bet percentage is 31% for the Mavericks to win this game, but 46% of the public money is actually on the Mavs to win. So obviously that's showing us that the public does think that this is going to be at least a close game, and the Mavs are definitely live to win this game. Um, Obviously, a blowout would kind of mess up the pace of play a little bit, slow the game down. So this pretty much shows us that the game's going to be close, and they're going to be going back and forth, scoring points, which again should help with that over 236.5. So kind of taking all of these things, putting them together, and that is how I came up with the bet of the Magic at the Mavs over 236.5 points. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. If you guys would, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. This is only like my maybe 7th video. So if you see something in this video that you're like, man, I wish you would do this, or I wish you would change this, go ahead, throw it in the comments below, and I would love to, take that criticism. Like I said, if you guys aren't subscribed to my Winnable and you aren't following me on my X account, go ahead and follow and subscribe. Like I said, my Winnable is 100% free. It shows every single play that I make throughout the day. So there's really no reason not to subscribe to it. But hopefully we come back again tomorrow and we talk about how dumb of a line this was and how easy of a bet this was to make, and we cash tonight. So hope everyone has a great night tonight. Be kind to someone today, and we will see you all again tomorrow.